Hey my happy creators family, I hope you're doing great. Welcome to Artyshils Art and welcome to this brand new episode of Studio Chats with Artyshils with me, your host Shilpa Lalit and the creator of all the paintings that you see on this channel. Oh god, I'm like filming the studio chats after such a long time that I'm super excited, and this time I'm really adamant to be more consistent, way more consistent with the release of these YouTube videos. So just in case if you are not subscribed to this channel, then please do subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss all the amazing videos that I've planned for this channel, which are not only going to be fun to watch, but I promise you that they will also help you in your art journey way more than they have done ever before. So yes, definitely a lot of exciting things are coming up, but let's get on with this video. So in this episode of Studio Chats with Artyshils, we are going to talk about a very important and interesting topic, and the topic is how to create your own original art. And this topic was triggered by a question that was asked on my Instagram by isartan_OW, and they said, I love paintings and the way you provide techniques. Can you give me ideas on how to make paintings which is original? I don't want to copy anybody's work. Can you please guide me how to get idea of how to make original work? Please, if you can give me at least one piece of advice, I'll be grateful to you. In fact, I'm so thankful to you for your wonderful question, because I think this question will not only help you if I try to answer or if I try to share my opinion, but this question can definitely help so many others as well. And if you as well have any question that you would like me to talk about, then definitely leave that in the comments below, or you can DM me on my Instagram as well, which is @Artyshils. So first, before sharing with you how to create your own original, I will give you a little insight on my journey from copying works to creating an original, creating many originals, because right now what I create are just originals. So reaching this point where I am able to create my own original really did not come very instantly. It has taken years and years and years of effort from my side as well. So I'm not gonna tell you a detailed story of how exactly that happened, but in really short, I'm gonna say that in my life, creating a lot of copied work has finally led me to a point where I am able to create my own original. So how that happened is, when I was little, I used to copy all the comic strips that used to come in the newspapers, the drawings that used to come in the magazines that my mother used to order, and in school I used to copy the amazing work that the drawing teachers used to make in school, and I used to copy drawings from the books as well from here and there. So this was when I was little, and when I went to college, like junior years, like 11th and 12th, I attended so many workshops with different teachers who were teaching me very basics, like very basics of pencil shading. So I would constantly copy works of books related to pencil shading and understanding shade and light, how different shapes and forms are created. And then I also attended classes of few teachers who were teaching me about sketching of human body, how the legs will be, how the face will be, and I attended workshops of such basics. And during college, at certain point, I also used to attend workshops with some teachers with whom I used to learn oil painting and stuff like that. And the process of learning with those teachers was, we used to copy works of great artists, and that is how we used to learn from those teachers. So basically I was just learning how to look at some work and copy it exactly like that, using oil paints and stuff like that. And then finally I went to the fine arts college. So in fine arts college as well, in third year or second year, I don't exactly remember, somewhere around that time, we had an assignment where we had to copy 3 of the favorite paintings of some great artists, and then we had to submit that. So that was an assignment as well that we had to do. So basically I'm just trying to say that a lot of my journey involves a lot of copying work that I have done, and because of so much copying that I did in my life, it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about the techniques, about how oil paints work, how acrylic paints work. When I was copying the works of some great artist, if they've given certain strokes of paint and then I'm trying to copy that stroke of paint and trying to get it on my canvas exactly the way how they have done. That in short teaches me their technique, right? And when as a little child I was trying to copy sketches from the newspapers and the magazines, that really gave me lessons of how those sketches were made, how the hands and legs and the gestures of the face and the features were created through drawing. And after that, years and years and years of learning, when I kind of felt a little confident about my work and a little confident about my technique or hold of the medium, I started understanding the medium. That gave me a little bit confidence that now maybe if I can put my imagination on paper, I can also try to create my own original. So first of all, get a hold of your medium that you want to play around with by copying a lot of works. And when you will be confident with your medium, it will be very much easier for you to bring your own imagination as well to life. So that was a little tip from my story, and now I will give you 3 ideas that will help you create your own original. But before giving you those 3 ideas, I would like to share over here that this painting right here is a part of Artyshils Art Academy. The entire workshop is available at Artyshils Art Academy in the monthly art classes, also as a lifetime access class as well. Both the formats you can check, whose link is in the bio. So if you would like to learn this painting with me from start to finish with all the techniques explained and all the basics explained with my personal support and guidance, then definitely check out the link in the bio to know more. Also, the brushes used to paint this painting are Artyshils Art brushes, which are amazingly high quality brushes at very affordable range, and they work beautifully with acrylics, gouache, oil paints, watercolors and poster colors as well. So definitely try them out. Once again, the links are given there right in the bio. So now let's talk about 3 ways in which you can create your own original. So after you mastered your medium, or not mastered, but at least you played around little bit and understood what medium works well for you, what medium you want to work with. Like for me it's acrylics. Once you've done that, try to notice little things in your surroundings. Like right now there's a plant in front of me, so maybe if I create that on the paper and I kind of give it my own colors, give it my own kind of textures around that plant, or maybe keep a rose on the side of the pot or something, so that becomes my original, right? So I can see mountains in a front of me from my window, so maybe I can take inspiration from those mountains. I can create that mountain and imagine a shape of a human face coming out from that mountain. So that will be my own original, right? Because that is coming out from the inspiration that I found in my own surroundings. So that is one way. So the second way is, suppose you want to create a painting of Krishna, or maybe you want to create a painting of Buddha. So first of all, what you'll do is use your imagination and think of what can you do around Krishna, or what story you would like to tell through your Krishna painting or your Buddha painting. Suppose I want to create a Buddha painting where I want to show that he's very peacefully meditating. So I'll create an imagination in front of you. So in that imagination I'll create a Buddha, and then I'll show him that he's very peacefully meditating, and around him I want to create some sky and some stars which are really glowing brightly, and then I also imagine some textures here and there that I will add, and then maybe the Buddha's face is surrounded with a beautiful moon. So this is like one just imagination that I randomly created, right? So how to bring that imagination to life? So over here I will Google or Pinterest a lot of Buddha pictures and photographs, and I will see what I like or that fits my imagination, and I will use that Buddha picture not as exact reference but as a guideline to understand the light and the shadow that I want to create in the picture of my imagination, or to understand how the shape of the face will be, how the shape of the lips will be, and then try to create that in my own style on my own original work. So that way we are not copying exact thing, we're just taking an inspiration and then adding our own twist to it and adding our own textures and our style to it, and that becomes our own original. So there's no harm looking at a picture for reference as long as you're not exactly copying what it is. So right now I told you that you can imagine things, but the last point is sit in your own silence. Maybe you can opt for meditation, or just sit in a room with your diary or just your things, or maybe a corner where you're just sitting with yourself and no mobile, no TV, nothing else, no distractions, or nobody coming and talking to you or asking you. Have some silent time, and in that silent time, just give yourself that space. Be with yourself and your imagination, and think of what you want to create with your art, and then try to bring that to life using either your imagination or reference picture or whatever. But that is the next part. How you bring to life is the next part. But in that silent time, give yourself that zone where you can just be yourself and make your imagination just run. So that is it. That was my little try to help you with this topic of how to create your own original art, and I really hope that it helped. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments below, as I would love to know your opinions as well. Also, once again, for many of my painting workshops, please visit Artyshils Art Academy, and you can check out these brushes at www.artyshils.com. And for any questions or help, I'm the quickest to reach on Instagram, so don't forget to follow me on Instagram. So till I see you next time, bye and happy creating. Bye.